Welcome back. If you missed my last video, we went over installing the QR code package for Python to let you easily create QR codes, either direct from the command prompt or via a simple Python script. Today's tutorial is going to go a bit deeper. Today we'll be looking at a bit of Python that will let you not only create QR codes with whatever data you like in them, but also choose which image format to save them in, customize the size of your QR images, and my personal favorite, even add a caption to your QR code in case you want to add something like an item number or a clue or some other piece of information to go with your QR code data. If you check the description, I've given you a link to a Python file hosted on GitHub that you will need to continue this tutorial. We will be using the QR make Python file shown here. If you plan to create captions for your QR codes, you will also need to grab the font file located in the fonts folder here. I used free mono because I think it's a nice clear font, but you can use whatever font you like for your captions, and I'll show you later how to change it to suit your own tastes. Again, this video assumes you are already running Python 3. If you aren't, or you don't know, you can always install the latest version for free from python.org. If you didn't already install the QR code package and the pillow image library support, you can do so now by running this command in your command prompt. Then we can test our install by running this command. You can change the hello world part if you'd like, just be sure to leave the quotes. Then type test.png to load the image you just created. Once you've got the QR code package installed along with pillow support, we can find our way to the folder with the QR make Python file in it. If you plan on adding captions to your QR codes, be sure you've created a fonts folder and put the free mono font in that folder. If you need to download the font file, you can find it in the GitHub repository linked in the description. Once that's all done, let's navigate to the folder where we've saved our QR make Python file and run it to see how it works. After we do a quick example, we'll take you through the code to point out how you can customize it to further suit your needs. So you might be able to just double-click your Python file and it'll launch from there. If that doesn't work for you, if you get any kind of weird errors, you can also open up a command window by clicking in the address bar and typing cmd and hitting enter. And then we can launch our file just by calling it with a python space qrmake.py command. And it's going to ask you, what info do you want in your QR code? And this could be anything from words like hello world or a web address. We'll make one with a web address. It's going to ask you if you want a caption. If you don't, if you just want a pure blank QR code, you can just hit enter and it won't make a caption. We'll just make a caption that says get Python. It's going to ask you if you want to name the QR code file. So if you have a specific name for your image file that gets saved, you can enter that here. If not, it's just going to give it a generic file name. By default, it's going to make every box that makes up your QR code 10 pixels wide. If you need it to be larger, if you're printing a really high resolution QR code, you can enter another number. If you just hit enter, it's going to use the standard 10 pixels wide. By default, it's going to save it as a PNG file, but if you'd rather have a JPEG or a bitmap file, you can press 1, 2, or 3 for those options. I'll just leave it as the default PNG by pressing enter. Now, as you can see, it saves the file for us and it opens it in a preview window. If I wanted to find that file, I have a save folder and you can see there's the image saved as a PNG file. And if you were to test that with your phone or a tablet or any app that can read QR codes, you would see the www.python.org that we typed in for the data, and it should be a clickable link in most apps. So at this point, you've seen enough that you could launch this QR make Python file as many times as you want, and you could generate a QR code quickly and easily saved as an image to your computer that you could print or share or display for people to be able to scan and see the content of your QR code. If we were to open that Python file in an editor, I'm using Atom, you can see on mine it's line 26. That may change if anything changes in the file, but right now line 26, you can see where I could change my font file. So I'm using this free mono font, but really any font that you put in your fonts folder, you can change this line and you can use that font. So if I change this to Helvetica here and on the line below, if I save and rerun that file, I can make a QR code that has a caption in Helvetica font. And as you can see, it changes the font to Helvetica. So again, if we switch back to Atom, I could change these two lines to match any font that I have saved in my font folder. And I've had really good luck with TrueType fonts that end in TTF. Another thing that's cool to note is, let me show you what happens when you make a longer caption. So you'll notice it was smart enough to shrink the font so that it wouldn't go past the bounds of the size of the image file. And in case we didn't mention it already, all of the QR codes that you're creating are getting saved into the Save folder as PNG or JPEG or bitmap files, whatever you're choosing as you create them. So they can easily be printed or copied and pasted into a program like Word or Google Docs to be used for whatever you choose. So that's how you can use the QR code library in Python to generate and save QR codes with or without captions in any font you like in a variety of image formats and sizes. In the next video, I'll show you how to create dozens or even hundreds of QR codes all at once using data from a spreadsheet or CSV file. Thanks for watching.